So for someone who's just been in a motor vehicle accident, what are your top pieces of advice for somebody?
I think at the time that the accident happens, some people think, I'm just going to play nice to get along. I'm not going to call law enforcement. I'm not going to do this or do that or that. But they're just hurting themselves in the end, really, because, I've seen countless times where an auto insurance carrier will deny a claim just because there's no police report, and they're going to say it's a he said versus she said situation. So we don't know who entered the intersection first or who ran the stop sign or traffic light or whatever the issue is, because there's no report of it. So, the goal is not to just run away from the scene, or you don't want to hurt the other party by having them have criminal charges or whatever. If they get charged, the consequence of that is probably very minimal anyways. Maybe $100 or $200 ticket. So don't worry about that. Worry about documenting it. Of course, if you're not able to and you're in the ambulance, then that's a different story. But
Sure.
Call the police and take pictures if you're able to. And then I think, after you're removed from the scene and you're able to think about it more, I think you have to remember that when you're dealing with auto insurance carriers, whether it's the other parties or your own, they're not your friend. And, just